I would actually ask you personally to read this Economist magazine article. I don't think it's complicated.
No, Senator Whitehouse, you gave it to me in your office, and I did read it.
Good.
So
all right, so we're ahead of you. So I just want to make sure.
I will point out to my children behind me, doing your homework's important.
It is important, and thank you for doing that. I think you're the first person in a nominations hearing who's actually done the reading that has been proposed.
Look, I think the strength of the U.S. Economy, our financial markets, is the depth and breadth of our financial systems. I believe that we have likely seen the top 5 banks become too big a share of banking assets. We have seen, because of undue regulation, the shadow banking system get larger and larger, and to the detriment of community banks, small banks, and the small regional banks. So I think that we have to take a look at both regulatory and supervisory conditions in those. I think that the banking system is well capitalized, perhaps over-capitalized, and this comes from someone. My background is as a financial institutions analyst. I've also taught the history of financial crises, so I am very attuned to the idea that financial stability is important. The pendulum tends to swing from one way, go into overshoot, and that from 99 to 2008, that was an overshoot. And since then, the regulation, our banking system has been constrained. And if we are going to have the kind of the generalized Main Street prosperity that I would like to see over the next few years, it's going to be driven by community, small banks, and small regionals.
I want to end where I started out. I think that it's very clear that you have acted in your dealing with the vetting of this committee in a very, very straightforward, courteous, and honorable way. When it comes to your qualifications to be the next Secretary of the Treasury, there is no room for debate, and you have shown that today here in the hearing. Your background, your training, everything is tailor-made for this role, and your character and demeanor are self-evident. You have satisfied our due diligence process. In prior Congresses, I've joined with many of my Republican colleagues in voting for well-qualified Treasury Secretary candidates put forward by a Democratic president, even though I didn't agree with all of the positions that they advocated. Your candidacy ought to enjoy similar support, and I'm going to encourage my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to join with me in advancing your nomination. I appreciate your taking the time that you have taken to work with us over the past few weeks to get this process to this point.